everyone, it's Zane, and today I'm going to be doing the Booktube Newbie Tag 2.0. This tag was originally created by Michael S, so I will leave a link to his video and channel down below. Definitely check out his channel, you guys. He offers some great insight and he just has such interesting perspectives. The first question is, what genres would you like to see talked about more on Booktube? For me, I definitely say talk about genres that excite you and genres that you're passionate about. I would never want anyone to feel like they just have to talk about YA just because that's the dominant genre on Booktube. So yeah, I just say don't feel pressure to talk about a certain genre. The next question is, what do you think is the best way to make friends on Booktube? I think you just have to interact with people. Try and make that personal connection with someone as you would in real life. You know, of course, we primarily talk about books here on Booktube, but I think there are opportunities where you can get to know someone outside of just their interest in books. Other than that, you know, leave a comment. If you have an opinion on a book or anything else, you know, leave it in the comments. Follow people on Twitter, do tags. Making friends on Booktube is probably the best part of it for me anyway, so I definitely recommend people to reach out and interact with different people on Booktube. The next question is, what do you enjoy the most about filming Booktube videos? And jumping off of my last answer, it's honestly making connections with people. When someone takes the time out of their day to watch your video and then comment on it, I think that's just so rewarding. It just shows that they care enough about you and your opinion and who you are to give you that time. And I just think that's really cool. So it's definitely making those valuable connections. The next question is, what do you enjoy the least about making Booktube videos? I mean, other than the editing, which can be really cringy at times, honestly, it's probably just the fear that people won't like you as much as you like yourself, if that makes any sense. Like, I could be watching my edited video and think, oh wow, this is pretty good, but then someone else could stumble upon it and be like, this is absolute garbage, which I'm sure has happened to me before. It's just about worrying about how I'm coming across to different people, whether it comes across as disingenuous or as boring. But again, going off of the last answer, I feel as though the friendships that you make far outweigh any of that. What videos other than tags, TBRs, wrap-ups, recommendations, reviews, and book hauls, basically everything on Booktube, would you like to see more of? I definitely like to see more discussion videos. I just think it's so interesting to hear someone's perspective. Even if it's on like a topic that is so widely accepted or a topic where there's not a lot of dissension, I think it's so great. Even if you have the exact same opinion as that person, it's always going to be different in some kind of way. The next question is, what are some themes you'd like to see more of or less of in books? Now for me, there are like millions of books out there, so I don't think I want to see a certain theme more in a book, because if I want to see a theme in a book, I can surely find a book that has that theme. For me though, I like to read books about mental health, just because that's a topic that's important to me. In terms of what themes I want to see less of in books, I'm so over the love triangles. Like, at first it was okay, but then I'm like, love triangles in real life are not a good thing, so like, why do we want to keep seeing them in books, you know? I guess it's more of a trope rather than a theme, but I still like just hate it so much. The next question is, what are some of your Booktube goals? I know I've said this multiple times, but it honestly is just to make better connections and to make more friends. At first I was all about the subscribers and the views and the likes, but now honestly I don't care as much. Just because if you set those goals, they're so arbitrary, and you know, it might happen or it might not. If you're like, I want this many subscribers in this amount of time, it's just so uncertain, and I feel like the connections you can make are just so much more important than all of that. The next question is, what advice would you give to a booktuber starting their channel? I mean, if you guys have seen any of my videos, you know that I'm in no position to be giving other people advice on how to make good videos. But in all honesty, I just say, be yourself, which is the most cliche thing ever. Be yourself, but also be open to improvement, just because if you want to improve and you want to grow, you have to make an active effort to do that. While you're editing your video, see what you like, see what you don't like, and either capitalize on that or improve upon that. Other than that, just seek out friends, because there are such nice, kind, wonderful people in this community. The next question is, what are some qualities or traits that you look for when watching other YouTubers? For me, I just like to see people who are excited and passionate. There was actually a video the other day about someone who's just basically like fangirling over Harry Potter because of the Harry Potter 20th anniversary. It was just such a cool video to see. It wasn't necessarily talking about a book or anything in specific. It was just kind of someone expressing their love for something that I also have a love for, and I really, really like that. The next question is, what is a fun fact or hobby about you that Booktube might not know about? I would say this question just because it reminds me of how boring I can be. Let's see. I have a dog. I'm a not even mediocre, actually, like less than mediocre piano player. I was born and raised in Canada. I think that's pretty interesting. You know, you're interesting when your interesting fact is about where you're born. Yeah, I guess an interesting fact relating to that is I have always wanted like a hardcore Canadian accent. I know relative to other people I probably do have one, But I see some of the Canadian booktubers or just YouTubers out there, and they have like a genuine, like authentic Canadian accent, and they say about really cool, and I don't say about really cool, so I'm like high-key jealous of that. Thank you so much to Michael S. for tagging me in this. I think it's such a great idea, and I'd like to see more people do it. So I'm actually just gonna tag anyone who wants to do this. Consider yourself tagged. Thank you guys so much for watching. I post new videos every week, so if you want to be notified for when I post a new video, be sure to hit subscribe, and I will see you soon with a new one.